Va salute. This is Troy Pacelli of Last Call, and I'm just here to let you know that the following live stream is rated R for adult language, highly inappropriate jokes, and oh, who the are we kidding? We have no idea what is going to come out of Gorilla's mouth. Viewer discretion is advised.
Talk star, politics and pop culture straight from the heart. From the good old days to what's breaking today, we debate it all, we don't run away. Now Twitter fingers throwing shots all night. Now Facebook wars, I forget what's right. We speak our minds, yeah, we say it out loud. Throw a little shade, but we keep it proud. Welcome to the Silverbacks Lounge, where the real ones talk and the truth goes round. Chat stays lit and the sun stays strong, even though we never stay on topic long. We debate, relate, maybe roast just a bit, but it's all love when we're ending it. Pull up a seat, come bounce at the Silverbacks Lounge. 1 minute policy, next minute memes. Back to the 90s and hoop dreams. Hot takes flying but respects the code. We build it up while the jokes get bold. Yeah, we might toss an insult or two, but if you laugh with us, we laugh with you. Welcome to the Silverbacks Lounge, where the vibe stays live and the talk's profound. Best chat on the net and we say it proud, even when nobody stays on topic loud. Politics, culture, past and present announced. Tune in, turn it up, come bounce at the Silverbacks Lounge.
Bunch of slack-jawed faggots around here. Some of you may die, but it's a sacrifice I am willing to make. Let's rock this joint!
And hello, everyone, and welcome to Section 31. Our 31st Silverbacks Lounge. There, with me, I got PvP. How are you doing?
Oh, not too bad, I guess. Not a bad day. Nothing
That's
special.
good. And we got Sit Dan, and the fan you're hearing is from him streaming from a hog barn there. He's working in a hog barn, but he's nice enough to join us. How are you doing, Sit Dan?
Oh, we're still not kicking, not dead yet.
Yeah. And hey, Mikey. How are
Hey,
you?
good. Celebrating my wife's 60th birthday today. Oh, excuse me, 40.
Don't you
Hey,
mean 30?
it's the 20th, Mikey, get it right. It's the 20th anniversary of her 40th birthday.
Yes.
Oh, tell her. Go here. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Suzanne. Happy birthday. And I don't know how you put up with Mikey.
Damn you, gorilla.
I would have usually I pawn the dirty work off to my kid, but he's not here, so.
Gorilla, it's simple. Suzanne has duct taped the hog tie Mikey to make sure he behaves himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that or she has that heart-shaped cast iron iron that has my name on it that she can slap me upside the head and knock me out for a couple weeks if she wants to.
Let's go ahead and say hello to everybody in the chat. We got our resident werewolf, Charlotte Nightstar, who was first in the chat.
Yeah.
And second was Scurvy, also known as Lemon Pie Citrus, going, "Hi, Shar. Don't be too nice to me, or Gorilla will get jealous." Hey, man, I'm all for sharing. Give me a couple drinks that I'm willing to share. That's what Dan saying hello to me. It's a Dan's RR specialty.
Yeah.
The question about Trek for Gorilla. Who is the greatest Trek character? Why is it Garrick? Well, Garrick is a fascinating character and all that. That real mysterious, fascinating double life there. But you're forgetting the greatest of Wayoon. Wayoon is an excellent villain. Now, you can. We should do a villain. We gotta rank villains one of these nights. We gotta do all the Star Trek villains. We'll do a ranking of that, but it won't be this week because there won't be a stream. There won't be a stream on Friday, and there might not be a stream on Thursday. Do you hear that, Phoebe? No Walt this Friday.
What's that?
No Walt this Friday.
Friday.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah, it's a family fun night in the park for Summerfest.
Okay. Well, you got
Taking
you
my
got
kids to the park.
you got your parents coming over for Father's Day, do you not? As well.
Yeah, and then it's Summerfest, so Friday's family fun night in the park. Saturday we're going to a car show in the parade and stuff, and we'll probably hit the minnow races.
Okay.
And then Sunday we got the big pancake feed. There's something going on Thursday I wanted to go to too, but the big nights are Friday and Saturday.
So nothing. So no Waltons, and no Sunday stream.
No, there'll be a Sunday stream. Everything's
will there?
over by then.
Oh, okay.
There'll be a Sunday stream, but there might not be a Thursday stream. There was something going on Thursday I wanted to go to.
Alright. So
All right.
I'm taking it you might do a Deep Space Nine on Sunday then, because you've been thinking about it for weeks now, but there's been news coming on where you decided just to go to Silverbacks instead.
Yeah, well, and plus the oil prices have plummeted the last couple days. But anyhow, let's catch up on chats here. Let's see, Scurvy, just call me Charlotte. I'd appreciate that. And Scurvy, I'm just going to listen it out. I'm working on something at the same time. Cool. We got a Mikey Suzanne raid. And hey, Kevin, how are you doing tonight?
Hey, Kevin.
And this thing's a pain in the ass to do comments.
Well, if you're going to pay half the amount, you got to expect some limitations, I guess.
Well, it's just a lot. It's a lot smaller screen than on. Oh, can I do this here?
You can't you hit that button on the lower right that says full screen mode?
He could if he knows where it is to press it.
Well, hell, if I could find it, anybody could find it.
Well,
I found something here. Yeah, Suzanne says thank you for the song. Oh, this is more pain in the ass. That's more pain in the ass than the thing here.
Well, there's a thing on the bottom. There's a little moon, a crescent moon, and then next to it there's like a square, and the square is to go full screen. It says.
Yeah, but that's full screen. The studio thing. That does help a little bit on a different part here.
That's the only thing I could suggest. I haven't found anything else.
I'm sorry. Me too.
Oh, what the hell?
Oh.
Okay, brave but foolish, my scurvy friend.
Okay.
And that class, and Scurvy loves that slide. I specifically searched through all my media to find that one for you, Scurvy. You would not believe how much time I spent looking for that clip just for you. And sit down. I am defenseless. Take your weapon and strike me down. It's supposed to be a Star Trek stream, but everybody's referencing Star Wars. I see where it ranks. One word, earplugs. Welcome, Suzanne. And welcome, Suze. Here. I wonder. Sorry, this is a learning curve on EV Mux here. Yeah. And she's saying, thank you for the song. And everybody's saying hi to each other.
Yeah, if you had Scotty here, he would have had this EV Mux figured out by now.
I gotta listen to full screen then. Well, part of the problem is just the way I have to scroll.
Cycle word.
And I'm glad you're doing good there, Kevin. Mikey, what does your shirt say? It's something about Alcatraz's bitch or something.
Alcatraz Cycle Ward. Me and Suzanne both got T-shirts when we went to San Francisco on our year anniversary.
Well, you and Suzanne are cyclists to a certain extent, so they do match you.
Yeah, thanks, Dan.
And you just answered that.
Yeah, I just.
All right. But tonight's theme, ask me any Star Trek questions. If you have any Star Trek questions, give them to me. If I do not know the answer, I'll give you one that sounds good.
Well, I got a question. This is a somewhat theme question. Should Section 31, the organization, exist in the Star Trek universe?
Section 31?
I say yes.
Yeah, yes, it's almost essential because you have to have something to go up against Obsidian Order or Klingon intelligence there or the Rami and Tal Shiar. It's essential. Every major empire always has that clandestine their clandestine CIA.
Well, my point is that I can just hear the Star Trek idealists saying, no, Star Trek or the Federation is too idealized to have Section 31. It's like, okay.
It's right in the charter. It's right in the Federation charter.
Well, the thing is, they didn't have it in the original series because they hadn't thought that up yet. And, the original series, I guess, was probably more idealistic than the shows that followed. But, it was just like they were inventing stuff as they went along in the original series, and they did a good job on most of it, I got to say. And it was in what? It was in Deep Space Nine when that came in, right, Gorilla?
What was that?
Yes, Section 31, yes.
Yeah. So that makes sense in the
God bless you, bro.
in the context of Deep Space Nine. It makes total sense because Deep Space Nine generally was the darkest of the Star Trek series.
Yeah, because the reason I'm asking is because, well, look, if you have organizations that won't play ball with your idealized view, you gotta have an organization that's gonna play dirty with these other organizations that have insidious motives against you to play their games and to protect your interests. You have to have something equally powerful.
Well, a big part of Deep Space Nine was the politics. There's a lot of politics in Deep Space Nine. It was by far, I think, the most political of any of the Star Trek series. Because most of the other Star Trek series didn't focus on politics as much as Deep Space Nine did. Deep Space Nine, geez, it seemed like every other episode there was some political shit going on. Whether it was the Bajorans or the Cardassians or somebody was stirring something up, right, in the background. So,
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
When they first introduced it, Julian Bashir, right, was an agent of Section 31, correct?
They tried to
No,
recruit
he's
him.
a doctor. They tried recruiting him.
Oh, they tried to recruit him, but he didn't take, right? Okay.
I don't see Bashir as having the stuff to be Section 31
But
operative anyway.
I do know that in Enterprise, Malcolm Reed was a member of Section 31.
Yeah, a former agent.
A former agent, yes. Yes, I do know that he was an agent. Now, me personally, could we have done without the Section 31 movie entirely? Yes. We could have just done without it completely. It wasn't necessary. It wasn't needed. There was no excuse to make it. None whatsoever.
Basically, like everything that's come after 2025 or 2000.
After 2005.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think any of it's been necessary. Honestly, I mean, anything I've ever tried to watch, it's like, yikes.
Well,
I can't watch that stuff.
well, I'll just come on.
Yep.
I'll just come on asking, why the hell did they make that movie Section 31? I haven't seen it, but from what I hear and seen clips on YouTube, it's terrible. Why did they make it in the first place? Why?
Why did they make Academy? I mean, that was terrible too.
Well, that was okay. Academy
Oh,
wasn't
no, it was awful.
bad.
Oh,
it
was
just
horrible.
wasn't. It just wasn't like.
It was awful.
To me. Okay, well, I mean, that's your opinion. I honor that.
My
But
opinion
what I'm
is
trying to say
it
is
was
that
brain
for
dead.
me, well, no, I'm just saying, for me, Starfleet Academy was like I said, Deep Space Nine, but it's on Earth and it's 2.0, and they're just showing the relationships being on Earth and on the Athena, as opposed to you're in the middle of space and you have a space station and you're right on the edge of a wormhole, and
You're actually comparing. You're actually comparing Star Trek Academy to Deep Space Nine.
I am, yes.
Wow, I thought I've heard some crazy shit in my life, Mikey, but you just won the prize, buddy.
Hey, yay!
And Mikey, by you saying that, I think you need to schedule an appointment to get a CAT scan on your brain to make sure you don't have any brain tumors or cancer in your brain.
I've had
That is the weirdest Star Trek comment I honestly have ever heard, Mikey.
I've had a heart attack. It's okay.
All right, let's get.
How about we ask Gorilla questions like actually he wanted us to?
Yeah, but let's catch up on chats here because we got some new people in here.
Okay.
Skirvis is cool, Mikey. And welcome, Suzanne. How are you doing tonight, Suzanne? I hope you're feeling good.
Hey, Suzanne.
Hello, this is NXT.
And Moon Pie here says, I got the key to escape the cycle ward. And Section 31 was also an Enterprise, which chronologically speaking was prior to TOS. Yeah, but they didn't do nothing with it. It was only in there for like 2 episodes.
Well, the thing is, Enterprise was, they were kind of like, it was kind of like revisionist stuff anyway, because they were going back before the original series, but pretty hard to change too much without screwing up the whole continuity with the original series.
Okay. Well, I had a question for you there, Gorilla. So, since Enterprise ended in 2005, are there any of these, what they call new treks? Because I've already done 8 different videos basically talking about every one of these new treks, even Starfleet Academy. So, in your honest opinion, were there any of those new trek shows that you've seen since Enterprise that have appealed to you at all? Anything? I mean, even slightly.
Sucked there. Picard, first season was okay. Season 3 was it was all right. But by that time it was too late.
Yeah.
Now Star Trek Lower Decks there, you don't take the series and treat it kind of like satire parody, even though it was more like it was a love story to Star Trek. They used a lot of references in there, but it was pretty funny. I enjoyed it, and they even pushed some of the humor way too far to the point they had to actually reel it back. There, Raji was pretty good. It got my son into it and all that stuff there.
Nice.
And Strange New Worlds was all right, but its mouth can still go fuck himself.
I tell you, I after watching a few, I've only seen like the first 3, seasons of Strange New Worlds. I binge watched some like recaps of episodes. Yes, I even saw some of the musical episode, which I'm not proud to say exists, but it is out there. And I did watch like 3 or 4 episodes of Picard because, the Borg were involved, and I thought that's pretty cool because I always, what it is about me and the Borg, it's like they're the best and worst enemy that Star Trek, the Federation, has ever faced. And to see them in almost every facsimile of what we know out there to be the Star Trek franchise is pretty awesome. I think it's really cool. And, But do I care what happens to Seven of Nine and after she took over Enterprise G and with Jack Crusher? No, I really don't care what happens to them after that.
Yeah.
Whatever.
No,
And
no, but I'll take your the Borg is just kind of like a hive mind. Yeah, they're scary. They had some butt puckering moments, but I like the intriguing aspect and the politics with the Dominion.
yeah,
The Dominion were far more intriguing to me than the Borg.
the founders, right?
Well, you got the whole political and diplomatic aspect of it there with the Vorta and everything.
Yeah.
But
Well,
Suzanne,
yeah.
I'm sorry it's been rough, but I hope it gets better for you.
I hope so too.
Yeah, I hope so.
Who wants to start making wagers on Scotty and or Jill appearing later? Jill just got off the stream with Jedi Master, or no, not Jedi Master. Who was it? Yeah, Jedi Master.
I do have a question
No.
for a villain like the Borg. Are they hard to write or easy to write? Because I found them, well, I'm gonna go with the Voyager, that series. I found those Borg episodes kind of boring in a way, and they were just boring. Those Borg
Well,
episodes in Voyager.
I'll add a caveat to that. Scorpions Part 1 and 2 were pretty good. Yeah, I mean, you had the most butt-puckering moment in all of fucking Star Trek there when they had a 50 or 11-second teaser there where they come out, they registered Borgs there, and all of a sudden you have 15 Borg cubes coming out of nowhere there. That was one of the most butt-pucker moments. But they overused the Borg, and they freaking pussified them there for the convenience of plot.
Well, either that or they used them too, or like you said, they used too much, and the heroes became too powerful, and the technology became a whole bunch of quantified a lot, like quantum that.
They didn't get more powerful. They didn't get more powerful. They got pussified.
Well, the whole thing. I thought the best Borg episodes was the early stuff. The early stuff in Next Generation was because they were still, kind of unquantified and mysterious, right? You weren't really sure what they were about. You knew they were a collective. That was explained pretty early on.
Yeah.
But other than that, we didn't know a hell of a lot about if there was any Borg society of any kind. And, we didn't know about if there was a Borg home world. I don't remember them mentioning that early on. And then, as you say, the writers made the mistake. I remember that iBorg episode where they found the Borg and they tried to like humanize him. And I was like, that's a big mistake, big mistake, big mistake. And then they brought in later on. They brought in the Borg Queen. It's like, okay, this is supposedly a collective with no hierarchy, but then we bring in a queen. So it started to go off the rails for me, even though I thought, I like First Contact as a movie, but they were just starting to mess around so much with the mythology of what the Borg were about. Slowly, to me, it started to kind of fall apart to the point where I just lost interest in them after a while, actually. I didn't find them that scary anymore.
I wish
that Borg Queen there, she could have been an alright character, but they made her a horny bitch.
Well, that was just, to appeal to the audience.
Yeah, well, the Borg Queen wanted some of the data, the data circuitry.
They fixed it.
Oh, she wanted more than that. She wanted his multiple techniques.
The thing that bothers me though is when Q first introduced them in that episode, sent them all the way to J2, right? J25, and then that's where they introduced the Borg for the first time. So why is it that the Q never interfered? I know that's their directive. They're not supposed to interfere with human interaction or what they do in space or whatever. But if they realized that the Borg were more than a match for the Federation, why didn't Q just step in and do something? That bothered me too. I mean, yeah, it probably would have taken away from the whole dynamic of an enemy, having an internal enemy like them, but still, it's like, that's what bothered me the most. Was
Well, like they sort of wanted to tell the Federation and the good guys, there's always a bigger fish.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I know, and that always bothered me. And even when Q interfered with Picard in the second season of Picard, and and all this other stuff that happened, and then they go into the Borg again in the third season, and I was like, you still could have stopped them. I mean, you could have just, stepped in and said, "Whoop, no, because we thought Janeway wiped them out, at the end of Endgame for Voyager, but then that didn't happen. So,
Well, there is I do have a theory, and maybe a fan theory too. The end of the Voyager show and season, they probably wiped out a portion of the Borg collective, not the whole collective, but a portion of it, like that sector or own, somewhat isolated collected from the wider network. So they wiped out that network.
Point. That's a good point, because the Borg Queen, when she was played by Susanna Thompson, and then Alice Krige also played it, and in the movie. But when Susanna Thompson talked about it, she did mention in one of the episodes in Voyager that they had several sectors, that it wasn't just one big, the collective wasn't just situated in one part of the galaxy. They had several sectors. I do remember her saying that. So with that being said, I can imagine then having them coming back and having Picard face his old enemy, the Borg, in the third season of Picard. I could see that now. I could understand where that came from. So, I'm sure that's where they picked that up from. Yeah.
Yeah, but Scurry here says most buttfucker moment in Star Trek. Gorilla. I'm pretty sure I said buttfuckering, but buttfucker works just the same.
I have a question for Gorilla. Okay, Gorilla. So, you've seen all these series, okay? Now be honest. Who was or is your favorite all-time Star Trek female? Doesn't matter if she was an alien. Doesn't matter if she was human. Dax. Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna even name my daughter Jadzia, but Tasha said no fucking way. I told her I was gonna change the birth certificate. I even told her I was gonna change the birth certificate while they got her drugged out. She said if she did that, then there'll be a butcher knife in me. It won't even be.
So instead of Hanley, you were gonna name your daughter Jadzia.
Yeah. I was going to name my cat Dax, but that one got shot down.
Well, you could have named Pumpkin Esri.
that wasn't my choice on that cat's name. The reason her name is Pumpkin is because Marissa wanted to name her Pumpkin, Owen wanted to name her Kitty, so they settled on Pumpkin Kitty.
And what about Jethro? Why did you name him Jethro? Did you ever say before?
Because he's named after Leroy Jethro Gibbs.
Oh, okay. Leroy Jethro Gibbs.
Yeah,
who the hell that guy is?
I was gonna name him Dax, but I got told no fucking way on that one.
Wow.
So we compromised.
Wow.
We named him Jethro.
Yeah. Can we ask the same question of PvP? PvP, all-time favorite Star Trek female.
I'd have to go to Lieutenant Uhura.
Yeah, Nichelle Nichols.
I think she's so iconic. I would go with 7 and 9 was pretty interesting too, and I'm not just saying because she had great tits. I'm saying
you wouldn't be wrong, right? You wouldn't be wrong.
I think many guys would agree with me on that one.
Man. Wow.
But it was more her character of being Borgified and then coming back to find her humanity again during later seasons that I thought was some of the best episodes of the series for me. So I would say she was one of the great female ones. Jazzy she's good, but she's not a favorite really.
Hey,
But
put your
yeah,
teeth away. Put your
No.
teeth away.
Right?
I'll go with
What
Uhura.
about you, Dan? Your all time favorite from what you know of Star Trek?
Well, you guys sort of hinted it. PvP did. 7 of 9, then Uhura.
Okay.
See, you guys went for tits and ass. I went for tits, ass, and brain.
What are you saying, Uhura?
You guys,
You saying Uhura and 7 and 9 don't have brains? Come on.
no, you guys are gonna find this hard to
No,
believe.
I did not find 7 and 9 sexy in Voyager. It's that whole fucking compression suit that they put on her that pretty much she even had trouble acting there because that thing was so tight it fractured her ribs there.
Yeah.
She looked way better in Picard, even though she was 30 years older.
Yeah, I'd say my three favorites. Well, obviously Uhura, but she did define. She like set the bar really high as a communications officer. But I have to say, second for me was B'Elanna Torres, because she was a great engineer, and I gotta have. I mean, if it's gonna be any female like that, and anybody that's willing to meet you one on one and probably beat the crap out of you, I would rather have B'Elanna Torres, a Klingon, Lady B, the partner in that instance. And then my third one would have been Hoshi. I loved Hoshi. Don't get me wrong.
Hey.
I think she was great. The whole
Hey, I'll tell you right now, B'Elanna could toss me through the sack at any time.
there you go. And she won't just hurt you like Rilka could. And she'd squeeze the life out of you. That's how bad that would be.
Hey, Grilka? Grilka?
Rilka. There you go.
John Delancey is a great actor, but I hate the character of Q being in Trek.
Why?
Well,
He was necessary.
the Q are an interesting concept there.
Yeah.
The problem is they're I'm not sure. There's just something different there.
Thank you, Lemon.
Well, the problem I always had with the Q is they were too powerful. Because the original series they came up against godlike entities all through the series, but they didn't have a reoccurring godlike entity that kept coming back for more. And I got actually sick and tired of Q after a while. It's like, enough of this guy. I just don't care about him anymore. He's just super powerful. Then they made him into a clown show when he started playing mariachi with a mariachi band or whatever the fuck that was in that one episode. It's like, Jesus, Murphy, what the fuck are they doing with this? This is an all-powerful being, and he's playing mariachi music. Like, oh, check me out, please. Check me out.
But I have to think, would you agree, Gorilla? I think that really original making the Q continuum having like a civil war, like something out of the American Civil War in Voyager, I thought that was cool. I thought that was original.
The reason they did it that they wanted something that the characters could relate to, but I don't think they needed to go all the way back to the Civil War. If they really wanted something there, they could have done something like World War II or something kind of like thing, not the Civil War thing. Oh, that's almost too on point too, but. But I think maybe that's why they went with this to indicate that it is a Q continuum Civil War.
Yeah.
If you want to talk about Civil Wars in Star Trek, my favorite is still the Klingon Civil War that we got in what was it, Next Generation? I guess it was, wasn't it? With Worf getting involved, and it went on for a number of episodes. And Galron, man, that was a great character. I mean, those eyeballs. I don't know. I thought they were going to pop out of his skull or something, man, those eyes.
But they did it right, though.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. They did it right, and it was really good. And there were the two sides, and the factions and the politics, and Worf was stuck in the middle of it with his family dishonor, trying to get his honor back, and all that crazy shit, right?
And they only did like 4 episodes.
But it felt like more because it was so well done.
Yeah. And that involved Kalis, right, and everything else. So
Yeah, great episodes, great characters. A lot of Klingon history, background story of the Klingon Empire, which I loved,
well,
and
if you
great,
think,
great battle scenes. Yeah,
well, if you think about it, uh, Worf did get his revenge against the Duras sisters in Star Trek Six: Undiscovered Country. He got his revenge. He destroyed them at the end. So yeah, I mean, he got his revenge.
And Scurvy says solid choices, Mikey, and they are too overpowered. I would say they're well, not necessarily. They're meant to be not a powerful, omnipotent being there. But if you think about it, I think they're just very technologically advanced.
Yes.
well, yeah, it's like what's the old saying? Any society advanced enough technologically could appear as magic, and that's kind of what sums up the Q in a way, because they almost did seem magical when they would appear, but
Right.
they must have had a technology that they were working with
Well,
at some point.
well, remember you and I talked about it, PvP, and also I believe Siptan did as well. We talked about it with the original series when you had the Squire of Gothas with Trelane. Trelane is technically known as a young Q, but from
No,
that
no,
point, when
that's
we advanced
no,
beyond that, that's what we talked about.
that's revisionist. That's revisionist. I don't buy into that scenario. Um,
But it
because
would make sense on a lot of levels. I know.
yeah,
How you feel.
but it's still you're going back and changing something that happened 60 years ago or whatever. It's revisionist, and I say leave the past, let the past be the past. He was not identified as a Q. Maybe fans now can say he was a prototype of the Q, and I can see the character of Trelane being a model for the writers to base the Q on. But that doesn't mean that the character of Trelane was a Q, is what I'm
Well,
saying, right?
well, they did make Trilling a Q there in wedding episode.
You're frozen. I didn't hear all of that.
What was the
They did make Trilling a Q in the wedding episode there in Strange New Worlds.
Well, yeah, but that's to me that's not canon, so I don't acknowledge that.
Well, they say
I
Fairwell says
don't give
it's
a
canon, so it's
I don't
canon.
give a fuck if they want to have Spock tap dancing and singing. It's not that's not canon. Nimoy must have been fucking shitting in his grave when that episode came out.
Well, I believe that
Just don't-
Roddenberry was
Can
already
we just
working
not
for
even
it.
talk about that stuff because I'm not interested in it. I will not discuss that stuff.
Yeah. Let's see.
And besides bringing Trelane back into a faux Trek show like Strange New Worlds is just they do a lot of fan service in these shows. They try and bring in past greatness to try and justify the mediocrity of what they're doing now, and I do not buy into that. I don't believe in fan service. Don't give me fan service. Give me a good story with good characters that actually makes bloody sense when I watch the damn story. And don't give me this just throw in a bit of fan service here and there, like a bit of confetti in your face, so you'll enjoy the parade more. No, sorry, I don't buy that.
Yeah. Well, let's ask Gorilla this next question. So, Gorilla, what is your honest opinion on both the fan film series that you had from James Cawley with his new adventures, the new voyages, and then with Vic Minona's Continues? What's your honest assessments of those fan film?
I'd have to watch it first.
You haven't seen them?
I might have, but I don't remember them.
Oh, okay. All right.
Well, Star
yeah.
Trek Continuous, I've seen a handful of them, and I'd say they're the best of the fan films. The 11 episodes,
Yeah.
they really got it. They nailed it really close to the original series.
Yeah.
The sets are just about letter perfect. I can't see any deviation from the original series sets. They actually got Jimmy Doohan's son to play
Yeah.
Scotty.
Right.
That's a major coup right there.
Yes.
The whole cast was really good. Vic Mignogna as Shatner, as Kirk, he was pretty damn close to playing a great
Well,
Shatner. You know.
well, and like I said, if you follow the series, and at the very end of the second part of episode 11,
No spoilers, please.
which
No
is To
spoilers.
Boldly Go, right?
No
Which is To
spoilers.
Boldly Go. It leads literally right to the opening of Star Trek Motion Picture. He
Ah,
is,
right. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
yeah,
I remember
it
that.
leads
Hearing
right
about
to
that.
it. It leads right to it. I mean, it's just, it's like all you have to do. I think, like I said, all you really have to do is watch your required TOS, watch your TAS, the animated series with 22 episodes. Then you go ahead and watch James Cawley. It's basically season 3 and most of season 4 in space for their 5-year mission. And then you watch Continues. Continues is their 5th year in space. And literally when they get back, after they deal with Espers again, which I thought was a great finale arc to the whole series. And then they go right to Star Trek Motion Picture.
Well,
Right to that.
the thing is too, Mikey. I want to let Gorilla know that he really needs to seriously check this series out because it is really great on its own
It's
2 feet.
fantastic.
On its own 2 feet, it's well made and it's excellent.
I think that New
The
Voyages
music,
can
the
do.
effects, everything is A plus
Yes.
quality.
Yes.
And the first episode, Gorilla, brings back the
Michael Forrest, the Apollo. Yeah.
from the Apollo episode. Oh, God, what's that one? Who mourns for Adonis?
Who mourns for Adonai? Yeah.
Adonis. Yeah, whatever. I never get his name right, but they bring back the same actor. They bring back the same actor, Gorilla, and it's really
Yeah.
good. And then I think it was it the second or third one they
It's the third one where they continue the arc from Mirror, and they go to
Mirror.
fairest of them all and go right to the other side, the Terran Empire.
Yeah, they continue the Mirror storyline after the evil Kirk comes back and
Yeah.
Spock has to try and deal with what good Kirk told him at the end of the
Into
Mirror
the
episode.
Mirror episode, right?
So this is good stuff, Gorilla. You need to check it out. And the other one, what was the other one you mentioned? Blah, 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 blah.
The other one I mentioned was the with 2-part Espers.
No, but there's another series, fan-made series.
Yeah, the New Voyages.
New Voyages. I watched some of New Voyages. I think I probably watched 1 or 2, and I didn't think the quality was there. I didn't think, Spock's ears didn't look right on the Spock character to me.
Yeah.
There were some nitpicking things that bugged me, and I just didn't really
To be
get
fair,
into it.
though, but like I said, to be fair, Cawley did pick up from Turnabout Intruder, basically the very end of that, and went right into his own series for 10 episodes. So I mean, that to me was saying something that this won't be your normal Star Trek. This is going to be more of the homage, more of the dedication. Even though you don't have all the fancy AI and CGI and all that stuff, I mean, I think Cawley and Monona deserve a lot more credit for what they put out there. I really do. I think they deserve credit.
And hey,
Yeah.
Scurvy says, does PvP not like Academy?
No,
No, Academy. I don't even like Academy, and I'm lenient on some of the stuff.
Yeah, but Mikey loves it to death, and he needs to get his head examined.
I do not love it to death. I did not say to death. I said
Well,
I compared it to DS9, but it's
Yeah.
only because I see Starfleet Academy being
God.
something similar to DS9, but on Earth.
Oh,
Maybe
no.
not the high quality of DS9,
No,
but it's on Earth.
there's
So-
nothing comparable between those shows. They're light years apart, to use a
Okay, well, I
pun.
mean, that's your opinion.
Oh, you're damn right. That's my opinion, because I think my opinion is probably with 95% of the fan base. But
Well, I don't follow 95%.
I follow yourself. I don't, follow what you want to follow.
I love
But
Starfleet Academy.
I'm just saying that I think Academy was garbage, personally. What I tried to
No,
watch,
I gotta honestly say, I went
it was
into
garbage.
it. No, I went into it thinking the same thing, like what I
Well-
thought of Disco, what I thought of Strange New Worlds, what I thought of
Well-
Prodigy, Lower
Okay,
Deck.
can we just not keep delving into all this stuff.
New tricks.
I'm not interested in this. So if I just mute myself and take a nap or something, if we're going to continue talking about New Trek, because I have no interest.
Yeah.
And by the way, I just want to mention we watched first episode of Academy on Curtis Selby decided to do a live watch party with all of us, and basically by the end of it, everybody agreed that it was atrociously bad. Just
Fair
saying.
enough.
Just
Fair
saying.
enough.
But anyway, now I can't remember what the hell I was. Oh, I was going to answer Lemon's question, and I think I've answered your question, Lemon. Yes, I think Academy is bad. I really do. And I don't see any similarity with Deep Space Nine. I mean, Deep Space Nine is my second favorite Trek series, and I don't see anything close.
Yeah.
Yeah, welcome, JP's. Welcome. He goes, Star Trek. Well, it's the 31th episode, so I figured it had to be a Section 31 live stream.
There we go.
Yeah, it's almost heading in that direction in a way, isn't it?
Well, let's see. We asked everybody in chat, we asked everybody on the panel who your favorite Star Trek females were. I guess I should ask you, Gorilla, who is your... and you can say any of the captains, or you can say somebody else, but like, who would be your top Star Trek males? Like, male characters?
Like, you want... Well, Garrick was always a fascinating character, you know. Riker really came into there when he grew his beard there. I always thought Cisco, once he shaved his head and grew his beard, you know, you kind of got that concept there. Once you grow your beard there, and you know, Cisco was always a fantastic captain, I think, and Riker, he really came to his own when he has beard. Garrick is a fascinating character there.
Oh, I think Andrew Robinson is a fantastic actor. And I would say Garrick would probably be either my top 3 or 4, easily. Yeah, I mean, he's just a great character actor. I loved him as Garrick. For sure. Yeah.
Well, personally, I'd have to go with Leonard Nimoy's Spock. I think that's one of the top characters in the whole franchise. Nimoy was just a great, solid actor, and he was so good at getting inside the character he portrayed. I don't think a lot of actors, you know, they get inside the character, but Nimoy is like living it almost. He was so into being Spock when he was on the show. But a lot of the original, like Shatner's great. So Kirk, McCoy, I can't leave McCoy out. The big 3 for sure. Even Scotty comes into it a little bit, even though he's not featured as often. He's a great character. And I would go with Garrick. Definitely would go with Garrick. He's a very interesting character. I kind of like Quark. Quark is kind of fun. I mean, you know, he's not always likable, but I think he's entertaining and quite interesting. And you never know what you're going to get when you get an episode with Quark up to his old tricks. You never know what's going to happen, right? So yeah, Quark's a good one. As far as next gen, I would say Data's probably my favorite of the Next Generation, because he has so much potential in so many different ways. I never liked Picard. I always thought Picard was a pussy. I just don't like him.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you, Sif Dan? For what you know of Star Trek male characters, what stood out to you? Who stood out to you?
Kirk, Cisco, Quark, Nog, Rom, and Garrett to a lesser extent. And then Data, he's somewhat interesting, and those are my list of male characters.
Mm-hmm. I got 3 that I liked, and I already know my favorite captains, so I really don't want to mention them because I already know them. But for characters storylines that really, like, they grew. To me, these 3, like, really grew through their series. Like, for me, in the original series, it definitely had to be Spock. Spock, by leaps and bounds, like, you know, his second in command. You know, Kirk was great, but, I mean, when you had Spock there and everything he went through and everything he grew. Uh, I mean, totally awesome. And then, of course, he gets into the Kelvin universe and screws up there, but comes back and does all that stuff. So, yeah, for me, Leonard Nimoy Spock, definitely. My second one would probably be Data, yeah. Because Data in Next Gen, he wants to be human. I mean, he wanted everything that Pinocchio wanted to be with Geppetto and the angel and all that stuff and Jiminy Cricket and everything. But Data was going through his own form of that, and he was continually progressing, and kept going and going. Got the emotion chip, everything else. So for me, yeah, Data's journey. But for my third one, this is interesting. I really enjoyed Tom Paris. I love Tom Paris' character, and I'll tell you why. Tom Paris was accused. He was with the Maquis at first, and he was accused of being a traitor to the Federation and everything else. He dishonored his father, who was Admiral Paris, and all this other stuff. But then he kept maturing, he kept getting better. And then when he met up with B'Elanna, and the most unlikely pair, but they end up becoming, girlfriend, boyfriend, really odd pair. Then they became husband, wife, had a baby together, all this stuff. And I mean, to me, Tom Paris was like, yeah, he is his is a great story. I would say those were my top three for sure. Yeah, his was a great story.
All right, so let's catch up on chats here real quick.
Yeah,
Scary says DS9 is great trick. Oh, yes, it is.
it is.
JP's here. He likes the opera, Doctor. Or he likes to do the fucking opera there.
The EMH, yeah.
I used to.
I used to.
Well, you want to know when you can tell when the Doctor's done singing?
Yeah.
The fat lady comes up on stage there, then you know the opera's almost over.
Well, there are plenty of fat ladies in Starfleet Academy.
Yeah, there's a few.
Yeah. Let's see. Scurry says favorite Trek females: Uhura, B'Elanna, and Sato. The only reason B'Elanna's on there, Scurry, is because you want to be tossed around by her too.
Yeah. And he liked Hoshi Sato too. Yep, like me. I absolutely loved her.
Choices. And sit there. Do you want to read this one?
Sit Dan's favorite, he said, is Quark when he has the legs of.
You're in that whole program?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
No comment.
Hey, I guarantee you that was the worst punishment they could have ever came up with for Quark. They could have thrown him in a jail cell. They could have confiscated all this stuff. No, putting his face on a body like that they're pissing his customer off there was the ultimate punishment for him.
Oh, God. That was nightmare fuel. That really was.
Why would JP say that B'Elanna was butt fugly? Do you need some glasses there, JP's?
Hey. It wasn't her looks. It's what she would do to you.
Well, yeah. I mean, Tom pissed her off a few times.
Maybe
You saw what happened to him.
It's
Yeah.
probably the Klingon forehead, I'm guessing.
Maybe the ridges.
Yeah,
I just love the crossover how Worf was trying to explain the original Klingons from the Trouble with Tribbles and Tribbles and Tribulations. Oh my God!
The greatest comedic moment in Trek, perhaps.
Yeah.
I would have to go with the Tribbles. There was a pretty hilarious episode there.
Did you like the crossover gorilla with DS9?
Yeah, that's pretty good homage to him. That's the first one that comes to mind is the thing there, because like another one that comes to mind, but it's just cringe, was the episode where they turned Quark into a female. So another comedic episode, that's just kind of cringe. But no, I'd have to say that Tribbles there was a pretty hilarious episode throughout.
Yeah, I'd have to go agree. Nothing else is popping into my mind at the moment anyway, but my favorite scene in Tribbles is after Kirk opens the grain. He has to open the grain bin from the door above him, and all the tribbles pour out like 1,000 tribbles bury him, and then after we come back from the commercial break, there's still tribbles falling out of the bin bit by bit, and there's staff members up in that compartment throwing the damn tribbles right at Shatner's head because they keep bouncing them off his head like every 30 seconds, right? That to me is the funniest moment in
And they
Star
kill
Trek.
the music.
Wait. I know one. Remember when they go to that planet that has all those androids on and they run into Harcourt Fenton Mud there?
Yes.
At the end, they make 500 copies of his wife. They're just sitting there
Stella.
fucking negative.
Stella!
Yes.
That was another great comedic moment.
That's good.
I think so too. And well, as I said, my all-time favorite TOS episode is I Mud because I love it. It's all funny. It's hilarious. It's off the wall. I mean, it's the least thing you would expect any of your senior officers of Enterprise to pull, and yet they got completely away with it. And oh my gosh, but I gotta tell you, I think the craziest moment for me was when Tom Paris and Jamie returned to the salamanders on that one planet in Voyager.
Yeah, but Mikey, you're entitled to be wrong.
Yeah, that was the craziest one. And then,
you're entitled to be wrong.
Yeah, but I think the dumbest one obviously was the hippie one with the hippie guys from The Way to Eden. I think that had to be the craziest one I've seen.
Since you're talking about bad episodes,
yeah,
what's everybody's worst episode of the original series?
Yeah,
Spock's brain.
No, I love Spock's brain now. It's hilarious. I just look at it as a bad 1950s schlocko sci-fi, and I can enjoy it actually after all these years. I hated it. When I first saw it, I thought it was crap, but it's grown on me over the years.
It has to be that, and the children shall lead.
Bingo! My thought exactly. That is one of the worst pieces of TV.
Yeah, I agree. And the children shall lead is slightly worse than The Way to Eden. Yes, I would agree.
It's so it's boring for one thing. You got the angel, which is what they hired. They had was it Belli, the attorney guy?
They had to hire Melvin Belli, the guy who tried to find the Zodiac killer.
A guy that can't act his way out of a paper sack. So they hire him, and then they got to get a bunch of really unlikable kids to be basically portraying very unlikable kids.
Except for Pamela Ferdin, though, the blonde, she was cool, but everybody else was like,
that's. I can't, most even bad episodes. I can think of a minute or two that are good.
And like I said, the only reason I can't be mad with Pamela is because the fact that she voiced Lucy with the Peanuts game. So, and I like Lucy, so I'm cool with that.
Bottom episode though for me.
Bottom line episode, yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Did Dan give us one yet?
Yeah, he did. He said Spock's brain, but he paused. He sort of hiccuped and.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, so let's catch up on chats. Yeah, the forehead does it. So we just know JP says poor taste. All right. And I was saying that Quark's Hollow program was perhaps the funniest, but I like where this went as a question. Well, I'm glad you like that. The whole Q and Robin Hood episode was hilarious. Yeah. I'm not a married man.
I'm not a married man.
So is JP saying that he is not like a woman with a brain then, since it's the heart that does it in for him?
What was that, Sit-Dan?
What'd you say, Sit-Dan? Say it again.
Did you guys hear me at all in that last comment or not?
No, didn't hear you.
As I was saying, since JP hates the forehead, I guess he doesn't like women with to have a brain to think for themselves, huh?
Hey, you tell that. I ain't saying that.
Oh, I'm glad I didn't say that because I have a hint of an argument coming up here.
Yeah, me too. Uh, Daniel was saying, "Hello, world. It's Daniel's Hot Topics. I can't wait for
Yeah,
San Diego Comic Con. You can't even make it there yourself, Dan. What? How can you wait for it when you can't
hey,
even be there? Come on now,
yeah. And hey, Daniels, how's it going?
hey Dan.
Well, I
Yeah,
think Shatner probably announced that he's 95 years old and he don't give a fuck no more, and he's going to sit back and drink, drink his lemonade and say fuck everybody else, and count his money. That's what I'm guessing.
Yeah,
You
Phil.
honestly think you think Shatner is insane enough to get involved back with what's going on in that franchise anymore?
I hope not. I hope.
I think he's too smart for that. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Either that, or he's too old and doesn't care.
Well,
Right.
maybe if he went completely senile, but he's probably still working on that. Isn't he working on that heavy metal album he's supposed to bring out soon?
Heavy metal.
Yeah,
Really?
he was gonna do, yeah, like remember the Pat Boone in a Metal Mood album from like 10 or 15 years ago. God awful, by the way. But Shatner apparently was doing a going to do a heavy metal covers album.
Jeez.
In fact, I think he even had a
yeah,
famous metal guy working with it on him, but I can't remember what dude it was now.
yeah. So JP says I'm not fond of the whole TOS. Eh,
Well, you're entitled to be wrong. That's okay.
yeah. Hey, everybody has their choice. Like DSI is my personal favorite. There, given the choice, I would rather watch original Doctor Who episodes than TOS or TAS. Well, I can understand the animated series. It's not the
It's serious, it's hit or miss, but when it's good, that one DC Fontana wrote about Spock yesteryear was a great episode.
Let's see. So glad they tore down the sets to Stranger Turds and Starfleet. No, Academy still has another season to go, but
It's already been filmed though, Gorilla.
Yeah,
oh,
it's
okay.
been filmed already. It's
They
done.
filmed that like 6 months ago. Those the sets. I think they were in Ontario, were they? They were all trashed like months ago. And in
Yeah,
fact,
I know they've already done post production on it.
well, I
So
remember about 3 months back they were trying to auction some of that crap off, and there was no bidders. Nobody had any interest.
yeah.
So I imagine it went to the landfill by now.
Yeah.
Oh,
And Kevin says I'm still number 4. Well, you got to comment more, Kevin.
yeah.
I've seen 6 episodes of TOS and frankly only liked one of those. Well, which 6 did you watch? That makes all the difference.
Well, Lemon, uh, 6 out of 79 ain't really giving it a fair chance. I don't think.
No.
Wait. So you're saying
Okay, tell us
only
which
watching
one.
so PvP. You're saying only watching 6 episodes out of 79 is not giving it a fair shot. So
Oh yeah, I know
watch,
where this is
watching
going.
1 episode out of 10 is also not giving a show a fair shot. Just
Well,
saying.
I watched half of season 3 of Picard, and as soon as Worf decapitated a Ferengi that was holding a butter knife, I was done, because that's not honorable Klingon behavior.
All right. No, but PvP. Let's see. You said watching 6 out of 79 episodes not giving it a fair shot. You watched half an hour of Discovery, so therefore by
I
and out
no,
of 50 episodes,
no,
that's not giving it a fair shot.
I watched 3 full episodes of Discovery.
Okay, so 3 out of 50. That's not giving it a fair shot, PvP, according to your
Yeah,
logic
yeah,
there.
yeah. But the thing is, there's bad and then there's uber bad, and when it gets to uber bad, I don't I don't expect after 3 god awful 0 out of 10 episodes that the next 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or 10 are going to get any better. Because I've been there watching trying to give shows like that a chance in the past, and it
Yeah.
generally does not
But
work.
you just said you didn't that Scurvy didn't give it a fair shot. You there for
Yeah,
watching
okay.
six.
Well, I guess scurvy. Do not watch TOS, because I ain't watching any of the crap the girl is trying to defend.
No, I'm not defending. I'm just throwing your words back in your face. There is
No, no,
all I'm
no.
doing.
I can't argue with what you're saying, but okay. If maybe if I wasn't 68 years old and I was like maybe 25, I'd watch all this shit. But I don't have enough time to You know, if I want to go down and lay in a mud puddle, maybe 30 years ago that might have been fun, but I'm not doing it now.
Yeah. And let's see.
you
Good to
know,
see you, Daniel. Kevin, hello. Hi. What's JP's saying here?
oh, he's calling him a
Oh,
clueless. I don't want to say the other word.
sit down, Dan. You are. Oh, he just hasn't. He's just still wet behind the ears, JP's. That's all. And are you, Mikey? They're asking how you're doing, Mikey.
Yep, doing good.
Yeah. And I'll take that as a compliment. So sit down.
Yeah, right.
Hey, we're only 4 minutes behind. Doing well. Okay, thank you for being on Susan's B stream.
I would be very interested though in knowing the episodes that Lemon watched, because that would tell a lot. Because there are a handful of really bad episodes in Trek for sure.
Yeah. See, I've watched every episode. So the Star Trek there. So yeah, I can. There's just some I've only watched one time. But see, I did not pronounce judgment on TOS and say the fact that I've seen 6 episodes, like one of them.
Well, at least, I mean, I feel like I'm honest of what I've seen. I'd seen every episode of TOS, every episode of TAS, and I did reviews on both of those series. And I've seen every episode of Voyager, every episode of DS9, every episode of Enterprise. I could do those 3 seasons in my sleep, and I would be able to tell you about each and every one of them. When it came to Discovery, I only saw 2.5 episodes total, and I thought it was a piece of shit series after 2.5 episodes. And people were telling me that Strange New Worlds was halfway decent, so to appease pretty much only myself, I went back and I watched 3 seasons. I did recaps and looked over them. I said, okay, they're not bad, but they're not great. And then I was like, but I saw maybe 1 episode of Prodigy and thought, I saw 1 episode of Lower Decks, okay. I saw some of the short treks and I thought those were silly, And then I saw like 4 episodes of Picard during season 3 because the Borg were involved, and I love Borg stories. I'm a big guy, a big fan when it comes to encountering the Borg. So I thought, why not watch towards the end of Picard and watch the Borg? And yes, I got to watch all 10 episodes of the first season of Starfleet Academy because I wanted to give it a chance. And I thought it was decent. I didn't think it was a piece of shit. So, but that's just me. I mean,
Mikey, how low were your expectations? How low were they?
Oh, they were very low. They were very low. Even before I watched the first 2 episodes of Academy, my expectations were so low. I thought, because I didn't think they could get any lower than Below My Ass, which I thought where Discovery was. But then when I started watching, and I thought it started to slightly enjoy what I was watching, I thought, okay, maybe I should give this series a chance. Well, they've already decided they're going to, destroy it, and they've done that after, a second season. So I'm like, okay, great, I'm going to watch the second season, don't give a shit what other people say about it, and then I can make my own judgment and my own opinions after that. So,
So, Mikey, if I had to say, Academy is going to be your guilty pleasure Star Trek series, then, huh?
I think the second season will be a guilty pleasure. Now, how will it turn out as opposed to the first season? I could probably guarantee, just by what I've seen, that they might slightly destroy it a bit more during the second season. But yet, like I said, until I watch it myself and I give it a chance, and then I can make my judgments on it. Because I don't think it's fair to destroy a show unless you've seen at least 1 season of it. I think that's fair. But
didn't you just say you only watched 2.5 of Discovery?
Well, of Discovery, right? Which I
we are all contradicting our own pronouncements now, are we not? Because I know I have.
Oh yeah, sure. But I mean, But that being said, like I said, ever since Enterprise, that was the first time I gave any of those shows, and I guess it's still considered a new Trek show, that I gave a chance, for 1 season, and I did, and I watched all the episodes for that first season. So, Yeah.
I think when it comes to fandom, I think most fans are kind of biased in the things they really like and the things they don't like, and I just think there's a certain amount of bias within fandom, and I don't personally see that as a bad thing necessarily.
Right.
I just see that as people that have a certain standard, and if something doesn't match that standard that they're expecting to achieve, they just say, "Okay, I'll walk away," and I
Yeah.
don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Well, Gorilla, what was the last Star Trek series that you know for sure you saw in its entirety? What was the very last thing?
I've watched every Star Trek episode. From the new Trek, I watched them all when they came out.
Okay. So you've seen everything then.
Yes. Except Short Treks. I haven't watched that.
You should
But I
watch
do want to catch
Star
up on,
Trek.
I do want to catch up on cats here.
Yeah, go ahead. No,
Let's
but
see,
you
I
should
did not
probably
pronounce
watch
Judge
them.
Dredd on TOS. I stated the fact
Yeah.
that I've seen like 6 of them. Okay, gotcha. And JP says, LOL, such hypocrisy here. Yeah. So that's my experience thus far. The episodes of TOS I've seen, Spacey, that one was too good. There you go. It's
okay.
mediocre at best, Danielle, there, but if you enjoyed it, you enjoyed it.
There was too much of the original Next Gen crew that were not acting like themselves. That's one thing I didn't like. They weren't playing. They weren't playing to character anymore.
Yeah, so what you're saying, Daniel, is you saw the entire season 3 of Picard.
You know, the thing when Daniel makes comments about shows, he generally seems to think everything is awesome. From what I've noticed over the
Well,
years.
he's an eternal optimist there.
I did call him Pollyanna one stream, and he did not argue with me. So enough said.
Did he even know what Pollyanna means? Or has he even seen the movie?
I have no idea, but I thought it was fitting, and I wasn't trying to be mean. I was just trying to be honest and accurate, basically.
I'm just pulling your chain there. Okay.
No worries, I'm not offended.
Yeah, that's okay.
Takes a lot.
Now let's see. Scurvy Seat in the Man Trap.
Man
Okay,
Trap.
that's an okay episode.
Okay, Man Trap.
Okay, Mud's Women. Okay.
Mud's Women's kind of
Mud's Women sucked. Okay, I'll agree. I'll give you a thumbs up. Lemon, Mud's Women is one of my least favorites of the first season. I think it's crap.
All right.
Yeah. Let's see. The one where historical figures fight it out. That's the one with Apollo there. I can't remember the name of it.
No. No, you watched the season 3 episode. That's the one with Abraham Lincoln in it, remember?
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
I can't remember the name.
That was the Rock Monster. That was the one that.
Yeah, the Rock Monster, trying to figure out what good and evil meant.
I thought he was talking about the one with Apollo from season 1.
No.
But Scurvy, you should watch Balance of Terror.
Balance of Terror.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yes.
Balance of Terror. Gosh, what other ones? Oh, you know what I would say watch would be the one with Edith Keeler.
Yeah, The City on the Edge of Forever.
Yeah, that's one of the fan favorites. If that one doesn't get to you, I don't know what to suggest, Lemon.
I think it's fantastic. I still love Joan Collins' performance.
I still think it's one of the greatest episodes of not Star Trek, any TV show. I would put it in my top 100 hours of all the TV shows I've seen in the last 50 years. I really would.
Daniel likes Mirror Mirror. He thinks that's
Mirror Mirror. Yes, Mirror Mirror is fabulous.
Yes, good too.
Apparently only 4 people like me. Okay. And the one with the role. You didn't like Doomsday Machine? Doomsday Machine was awesome.
Oh yeah, Doomsday Machine is like classic terror. It's like great. Yeah.
Yeah, Doomsday Machine is fantastic. It's one of the most. It's got suspense. It's got action. It's got a Commodore on the bridge taking control of the Enterprise when he goes absolutely batshit crazy. I mean, how can you not love that? That's a great episode.
Now, PvP, you listed out the most essential, best part of the whole episode.
Yeah.
You're missing the very most essential, best part of that episode. And that was the paper mache airport flag.
Yeah.
What? Okay, I missed something there.
The
Well,
best part,
you
the
know what?
paper mache airport. You know those orange cone-shaped flags that they have at the airport?
Yes, yes.
That was they paper mached one of those. And that was the Doomsday Machine.
Yeah,
But
it
it
flies
worked.
you space. Yeah, and it worked. Yes.
But you know what I loved about they were on a it wasn't a small budget. People always say, "Oh, small." No, it's actually a decent budget
Right.
in the first couple of seasons, but they still had to stretch the money because let's face it, they weren't doing a drama in somebody's kitchen. They were doing a space adventure, with special effects and bad guys and makeup and prosthetics and special. They had to stretch the money. And some of those sets like they build caves and weird caverns and all that shit.
And
They had to
that's
stretch the money, and they
and
did.
that's what and I think PvP and I both agree, and I think you do too, and to some extent, Sifdan and you, Gorilla. When they did Star Trek Continues, they worked with very limited budget. They worked with as few props as they had, and really, if you put it up against most of the episodes of the original series, you'll think yes, like they did great homage to the original series. I think they really did.
I just want to interject for a second. Daniel says he's looking forward to seeing a show called Strange New Turds.
Yes, Strange New Worlds.
I never heard of that one. I guess Kurtzman must have produced something new since I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, exactly. I can't wait till 2027 when Strange, when Starfleet Academy Season 2 is Strange New Turd Season 5 happened. Afterwards, bye Christmas Trek. You won't be best.
I'm surprised they didn't call it
Hey.
Starfleet Academy. Yeah.
Maybe I'll have LDG come up with something. We're gonna still Crowder's closing time to Christmas Trek.
Yeah,
But I'll have to find some time to get the clips and get the song there. And welcome, Curtis. Sorry it took 5 minutes to say hi to you, but welcome, Curtis.
Hey,
oh, hey, Curtis.
Hey, Curtis.
Hey, Curtis.
Hey, old man bird, I'm getting to your chats here.
Yeah, we're getting there, old man bird.
Sorry, I don't know that. No, that's okay. I forget half the title episodes anyhow. I already asked what I wanted to ask PvP is down to do both to Paul and Devin and I spread the love.
What's that? I was typing in another window.
Nothing against, hey, Jerry Ryan, okay, all good. But yeah, Topal, Jolene Blaylock, I don't know. Would you rather do the Vulcan or do the Borg transplant first?
I would do that.
Kind of a thing. I'm just asking you, PvP.
There's nothing wrong with the ball, but I would do 7 to 9.
Okay. So you would do, you would do Anna. What was her? Anika. Yeah, Anika.
No, but you can only do to Paul once every 7 years anyway. So.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, Palm Farm.
One hell of a dry streak. I'll tell you that. Dry spell. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, well, at least 7 to 9. Since she was Borgified, she wants to find out. She wants to be fully human again. Well, I could tell you a few things, baby, about being fully human. Come over here now.
Yeah. Let's see. Mimir is the best TOS episode for me. All right. Mimir's all right.
Yeah.
OIB, hey there. And I see Daniel criticize movies and shows before.
Yes.
Well, Scary, when he criticizes one there, I'll go buy a lottery ticket. He's our eternal optimist. Everybody's saying hello. The Challenge Agent one, I mean, Trelane, I think is Trelane. He said, I cannot remember the episode that episode, but
the Squire of Gothos.
No, Squire Gothos. Yep, that one. I thought you were talking about the one, the one with the children go. The children go like this, and they have that fucking fat guy that commands them. What?
You mean when the children shall lead? Is that the one?
Yeah, the children shall lead.
Oh yeah, the Gorgon. Yeah. No, I thought that Lemon was talking about Charlie X, where he comes on board and makes people disappear. with his
You didn't know that the Doomsday Machine was a paper mache airport cone? I learned that one actually from Pop Culture Curator.
That's right. Pop did mention that.
But do you know the fact that the end scene with the Enterprise is flying into the mouth of the Doomsday Machine? It was actually an AMT model kit that they did. Partially melted to do the damage on the
Yeah.
ship, and
Yeah.
it looks. By the way, and it looks like it because it's god awfully bad. That was the only time when I thought the CGI, effects they brought out like 20 years ago actually looked better because
Oh,
the
you mean when
original
they
effect.
did the remaster and
Yeah, that looked actually better because the original,
yeah.
AMT model kit Enterprise flying into the Doomsday, it was so bad. It was really
Yeah.
bad.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think
No,
that's when you needed CGI. Yeah.
yeah. Let's see, Doomsday Machine was alright. It's my second favorite of the ones I've seen. Nice.
Nice.
Who the hell keeps making static? That's it, Dan. He's currently sitting in like 96-degree weather there, so we gave him the courtesy of a fan there. I was gonna start spitting into the fan so he could be spit cooled, but he told me to fuck off on that one. And PvP's yelling at Curtis, asking him or telling him he's streaming tomorrow. He's demanding that Curtis streams tomorrow.
I forgot to take my keyboard's dying and I forgot to take off the caps lock. But Curtis said he might do the a Kurosawa film tomorrow night of The Hidden Fortress, which was the inspiration for Star Wars. So I'm hoping he still will.
Well, I'll try to be there, but my arm might be in a cast.
From
What,
what?
who are you going to go punch out there, Gorilla?
The fish that's gonna stab me.
What? You're going to get stabbed by a fish?
Yeah, a bullfish.
Yeah. Hey, I already ate the two that fucking stabbed me.
Bulletfish,
Jesus.
yes.
Bullheads.
Bullheads, whatever.
That sounds nasty.
I should watch Mirror Mirror. It sounds good. And watch Balance of Terror. Watch Balance of Terror.
Yes.
Yeah, actually, yeah. Mirror Mirror's my favorite episode of the series. Lemon.
Yes.
It's the one where they go to the alternate universe, and we get to see the evil Enterprise, which is really good.
Yeah. Now let's see. Before PvP to Paul 7 for variety. Don't forget to throw your local grill a small donation. That's okay. People don't have to super chat. Sit leads the way with the super chat.
Great.
To be honest, though, if I could pick any of the Star Trek women to do, it would be Uhura.
And Lemon, you're right about Sato. He said he would only want to have Sato in Empress mode in a mirror darkly. Yes. Yes. I agree with that. For sure. Yeah. That's why I liked Hoshi so much. I didn't know she could extend her range, and she did.
All right.
And I was like,
All right, so PvP said, "I'll only have Sato in Empress mode." There you go. But just remember, she's gonna fucking stab you in the back there.
Hoshi.
Yeah, fart in the fan. Well, I guess make sure it's a nice wet one. Let's see. Yes, I am doing Hidden Fortress tomorrow. I got work at 5 p.m. Central. I'm trying to figure out the best time to do it.
There you go.
Okay, I just want to let you know then, I'm working until 7 tomorrow night, Curtis. That's Pacific time.
That's 5. That's 5 in the true time zone.
No, is Curtis on Central? Because he'd have to start like at 9 o'clock to make it work.
There you go. There you go, Gorilla. Old man bird.
Just like.
Okay.
I'm talking to Tina here. I was messaging something. Wait, do we got super chat?
Yes. Old man bird.
Okay. All right. So just a sec. I gotta click this. Then.
Oh, Eugene Bird, a generous man, supporting our YouTube, the ultimate fan. You supercharged, shines like a bright holiday. You're lifting this community in every way. From every kind word to the gifts that you share, you showed us the meaning of how much you care. This song is for you, with hearts full of cheer. Thank you, Eugene, you're the star of the year. From every kind word to the gifts that you share.
Thank you, Eugene Bird. Thank you very much. Did somebody say Silverback Super Chat? Fuck yeah! All right. Thank you, Eugene. Thank you very much. Do I have to play it again? Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to play it twice.
Excuse me.
Yeah. Oh, I gotta go to layers.
Oh, Eugene Bird, a generous man, supporting our YouTube, the ultimate fan. Your supercharged shines like a bright holiday. You're lifting this community in every way. From every kind word to the gifts that you share, you showed us the meaning of how much you care. This song is for you, with hearts full of cheer. Thank you, Eugene, you're the star of the year. From every kind word to the gifts.
All right, thank you very, Gene. You are actually a very generous man to this community. I will say there. All right, now I got to figure out where I was at. Let's see.
Mirror Universe Naughty Girls, that comment.
The naughty girls that Lemon Pie said.
Just a sec, let's see.
Start from there.
PvP is stuck in caps lock. Sitting away to help. Yeah, but you gotta make sure there's a couple red shirts on there so they know how dangerous that away mission is.
Right.
Gotta love your universe, ladies. So naughty. Naughty. They'll do that one thing that you like.
Yeah, and why are Mirror Universe Star Trek women always the best looking, and they know how to wear the right uniforms to how should I put this YouTube friendly to make men excited to join up the dark side.
I only include early series though.
Yeah, because they're supposed to look evil.
Yeah. Let's see. Impressive, most impressive. I'm not sure what's most impressive.
Impressive.
Probably work at 7 Pacific.
Yeah, I told Brother Curtis for Kurosawa.
Yeah.
I'll be there. I'll try to be there for him for tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, yeah, all JPs usually have a couple different ones, so we got some variety. But I still got to upload stuff here, so he gets the same one twice for tonight. And Brother Curtis, tip you of Eastern is for Kurosawa. I'll be
Kurosawa.
there. Yeah, I'd be surprised if the council didn't choose you for this mission.
Right.
Nice. Sorry, bro. JPs can't control Gorilla Tunes. LOL.
Yeah, that's true. I can't. That's all you. Those tunes are on you, man.
Yeah. Gorilla reads all the. Yeah, I try to. The only ones I don't read is when people are just saying hi back to each other there. But I will bring them up on screen there. There's a mute button for a reason. Yeah.
Okay.
It's the skirts and the pantyhose, and they don't nag. I
thought he was trying to say they don't snag.
Nag.
It's not the point they nag. It's that they don't.
No, I said they don't.
Yeah.
And Kevin's waving here.
Waving. Hey,
Oh,
Kevin.
we're getting caught up on chats. We're only 1 minute behind.
No,
Balance of Terror is my second favorite TOS episode. It was so well written, and it was way better than the season finale of the TNG season 1, the Neutral Zone. You could tell that Gene Roddenberry wrote it. But the Balance of Terror, that was a Cold War. That was a Cold War. Like that's supposed to be like the submarine warfare between the Soviets and the Americans kind of thing.
It was actually based on, I believe, some 1950s movies.
But
And I
Daniel,
Oh, they stole it from the HUD from the Red October. Don't lie. They stole-
No. There were earlier films than that, and I think they were actually World War II submarine battles in those films. So it's probably going back to the Second World War, actually, Gorilla.
and I wanted to mention to Daniel, the end of season 1 of TNG was Conspiracy with those little maggot type aliens that were.
No. That was the second. There was one
You
after
sure it
that.
was the second? I thought it was the end of the first season.
There were the Romulans reappeared in the last episode.
Yeah.
Oh.
Let's see. And
Last
Kevin
episode
says, wow.
was where they found that ship with people that were frozen in the 20th century, and they revived them. Remember, there was the businessman who wanted to check his stock market, even though the stock market didn't exist.
Right.
There was the woman who realized her family were all dead. And then there was the honky-tonk guy that wanted to get the replicator to make endless amounts of bourbon so he could get his guitar and jam out with Data. And that was the best part of the episode, I thought. Because he was hilarious.
Okay. All right.
It was actually a pretty decent episode at the end of season, of the first season.
Right. Okay, so Conspiracy was at the end of the second season. Okay.
Yeah.
No. Conspiracy was the second. It was the pre-ultimate. It was the episode before the last episode.
Okay, it was the second to last before the last episode of season.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
Okay, that's okay. That's
All right.
right. It was season 1. Okay.
All right, let's catch up on these four. We got 4 chats here to catch up on. When you get the Talkie episodes, Gene wrote it. Yeah, probably. Yeah, exactly. Berg Gorilla reads all the chats. Well, I try to. You guys take the time to come spend with us, even if we have we go all over the place, and there's some days I don't have much to say there. The least I can do is read your chats. And the mirror woman may delete you, but at least they don't nag.
Exactly.
They'll do the thing that you. Scurvy. They'll do the thing that you like.
Yeah, they'll do what you like, and then they'll eliminate you.
Yeah. There will be 3 more Star Trek games coming out before the end of the year. I hope one of them will be Star Trek Shooter, like Star Trek. Oh, I don't really play much of the games there.
I don't play Star Trek games.
I don't do any gaming anymore. I got bored.
Me neither.
How many times do you need to shoot the fucking enemy in a game? Like, I don't watch sports anymore because I don't need to see another touchdown. I don't need to see another home run. I don't need to see the puck in the net. I saw that shit thousands of times, and it's still the same. Still the same stuff.
And you don't even watch the Canadian Football League, right? So
I haven't watched sports in a couple of years, and I have no interest anymore.
Mikey, what type of football are you talking about? Talking about soccer or what the British say? Football for soccer.
No. There's a difference. What they're playing right now is soccer, or what they consider football. That's the FIFA, the FIFA. That's the World Cup Soccer. That's what they're playing right now in 3 different countries. In Canada, the United States, and Mexico. Now, the other kind of football we have here in Canada added 5 additional, is it 5 or 10 yards? They added additional yards to the end zone on either end, and their Canadian Football League is quite different from the National Football League, because that deals with all the teams that are down there in the States. And then everything up here is Canada, and we have an entirely different football season here.
Well, the thing is, the CFL has a larger field, Instead of the Americans have what, 3 downs? I think we have 4 downs in
No,
Canadian
they
football,
have four. They can do 4 downs
and we
also,
do 3.
and we do 3. Yeah.
Yeah, we do. So our game is actually a tougher game
Yes. It is.
because the field is much bigger and there's less opportunity. If you fuck up, you're fucked. You fuck up a couple of times and you're done. You turn the ball over.
Yeah.
Yeah. And let's see, TNG episode where they find the Dicey Spear and Scotty. Yeah,
Relics.
that's a pretty decent episode.
Relics.
I love relics.
Yeah,
I
relics.
love relics.
I like the concept of a Dicey Spear. I think it's a fascinating concept.
Yes.
But we'll never, as long as our world is fighting, we'll never be able to. We'll never be able to do a Dicey Spear unless our world comes together there. And can you just think our planet is 93 million miles away? So just think, the not the circumference, but the diameter of the Dyson Spear would have to be at least 93 or 186 million miles wide. Think of that.
I think the Dyson Sphere is so interesting, scientific fantasy idea, but I don't see it ever becoming reality.
Yeah.
It's like warp drive. It's a lovely concept, but I don't see it.
Well,
I don't see it actually becoming real because wasn't the physics proved long ago that you cannot go faster than light speed.
Well, okay. Then explain this to me, PvP. If you can't go faster than the speed of light, there, how? And okay, we'll start with this. You believe that that the universe is 14 billion years old, right? That's what we learned in school.
Well, I don't necessarily believe that because there's a lot of shit they teach people in school.
Oh, okay. Well, they say that the universe is 14 billion years old. So the speed of light there is how fast light will travel in 1 year. If the universe is only 14 billion years old and light is the fastest possible speed, how is it that we can see stuff that's 93 billion light years away?
Well, I have no idea because I don't have any information about that. So I can't even have an opinion because I don't know what the hell you're quoting.
And I will say this, to do a little pushback on PvP's warp drive, not being possible. I would not say it's possible. It's incredibly difficult to do since with our current level of technology, you gotta have the problem with warp drive is it's the energy requirement. You need a lot of energy to create a warp field to bend space around a starship to go to bend space around it to not be affected by the laws of light speed.
I just think it's highly improbable, basically. I remember when trains started in England, they said if they went faster than 80 miles an hour, people would be scrambled like eggs and all die because the human body couldn't go faster than 80 miles an hour. Well, we all know how that turned out, right? Like, it was complete fallacy to believe that. And every time we believe something, how many times has the human race said, oh, this is real, this is fact, this is fact, this is fact? How many times over and over and over through the centuries have we been proven wrong in our belief structures that no, what we thought was a fact 10, 15, 20 years later turns out to be a fallacy? Just saying, that's why I try not to carve it in stone. Sometimes I get opinionated, I know that, but everything is changing, and it's changing even quicker now. So I'm not saying warp drive was never going to happen, but I don't think it's going to happen. I don't see it even, maybe 23rd century, I don't know, even 23rd century. You know what I think is more plausible would be a wormhole. If they could actually get a functional wormhole like in Deep Space Nine, I think that would be a more plausible way to travel across large distances in the galaxy. I could actually see that maybe being possible.
And PvP, and to your train analogy, well, you said the train is going 80 miles an hour. Well, PvP, if the train goes 88 miles per hour, you may be traveling back through time.
No, they weren't even think. I think the only people thinking about time travel with them were guys like Jules Verne or H.G. Wells.
Well,
All right. Yeah, I want.
that joke landed flat.
All right. I want to say welcome to Jim's Landscaping here. We got a ton of chats again.
Hey Jim, you're
I
late.
did not really care for the Mirror DS9 episode. Mirror Kira was too hammy. Can someone put in crayon-eating terms what the term hammy means?
Corny, goofy, silly.
Or
Okay.
chewing
Is
up
that-
chewing up the scenery. In other words,
Yeah, it's like, it's just like basically if you're being silly or goofy in a scene.
Well,
Yeah.
it's like Miles O'Brien. What did they call him? What did they call him in the Mirror Universe of DS9? They called him Scotty O'Brien or some other thing. Weirdo thing.
I actually
Smiley.
I think it was Smiley. I haven't watched that
Smiley.
because I've heard
That's what they call Cisco.
I've heard so many negative things. I never got around to watching that one yet. But if you want to go with the Mirror and see the original series. Lemon Mirror is one of the best episodes in my opinion. Don't forget the Deep Space Nine one. Forget that one. It's not.
See, yeah,
not
because
worthy.
Kira Nerys, played by Nana Visitor, was just too campy. Maybe that's what he thought.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I like T'Pol not only for her looks, but she plays a Vulcan pretty well. Yeah, T'Pol is a pretty cool character.
Yeah,
Dyson, I thought that was a vacuum cleaner. Oh yeah,
yeah,
really, Dyson, and I thought that was a food company too.
right.
you're thinking Tyson. And yeah, welcome again to Commodore Productions. Welcome. A warp drive may not be possible, but folding space and time is more feasible. Well, that's what warp is folding of space. That's exactly what warp is.
Yeah.
Jim, we are discussing your favorite franchise, Star Wars. Nice, Sorry about Star Trek. Well, one of those.
I could see Lemon's in a playful mood tonight, aren't you, Lemon?
He sure is.
Oh, he's being frisky tonight.
He definitely is.
He's being extra juicy.
Yeah, I remember when our map used to say there'd be dragons here. Oh, you're that old, huh? JP's?
Yeah.
Actually, scientists finally revealed the universe might be 26.7 billion years old. They discovered this with the help of their amazing quantum computers. Yeah, but that still doesn't explain us seeing stuff 96 billion light years away.
Right.
Yeah, but where did you get this information? I won't.
Which one?
Message me this 96 billion year stuff into
it was on Cosmo. It was on Cosmo Knowledge.
I've never heard this, and unless it's confirmed, I can't agree if it's not confirmed.
So Lemon says.
I guess that.
So what does Lemon say?
Besides, there's always somebody saying this and that and the other thing, and a lot of times what people say turns out to be not accurate. And I don't care, science is great, but scientists make mistakes too, so.
Uh-huh.
But, I don't really give a fuck how old the universe is. It doesn't matter to me. Like, who cares? It's not how old it is, it's where it's going to. That's what interests me. And I know I'll be, dead long before it goes anywhere, because I don't think it's changing that fast. It ain't going to change in the next 20 or 30 years in any significant way, probably. It's just more, curiosity where I'd like to know, what might be eventually possible. But as far as space travel, I go with the Farscape theory of wormholes. John Crichton's wormhole theories. To me, that seems more plausible, actually. You just open a portal. I mean, I don't know. Somehow, Crichton's got the physics written out. He's figured all that calculus crap, and to him it makes sense, and to him he can make it work. To me, it's a mystery, but I still think that's a more entertaining thought of intergalactic space travel than warp drive. Even though I love Star Trek and warp drive's a great concept, but I don't know.
All right. So the thing that okay, so I heard cosmology or Anton Petrov, they're talking about studies that were saying 96 billion light years away, but according to the Brave browser, they're saying 46.1 billion light years is the how far we could see the diameter. It's okay. Now I see where we're getting the numbers from. The it says, no, we cannot see objects that are currently 96 billion light years away. The observable universe has a radius of approximately 46.1 billion years, making the total diameter about 92 billion light years. The diameter. Any object currently 96 billion light years away lies beyond the cosmic horizon, and its light has not led to sufficient time to reach us.
Okay.
They get their sources from all over the internet. The search engine's AI.
Right.
Let's see. PvP makes a solid point in that what scientists think they know in some areas turns out to be wrong later. Yeah.
It's been proven through. If you look at history, it's been proven over and over. I mean, the biggest brains in the world can still make mistakes.
So JP says that Mirror Kira Nerys could sit on his face any day. I can probably see that happen to you, JP.
Actually, if any version of Kira that wanted to do that, I wouldn't refuse. Hey, a man's got to have a hobby, right? Come on, guys.
Hey, well, she's not the worst looking Bajoran, gotta say.
Well, I gotta say, she was a pretty good looking lady back in her day.
Yeah, now if you're talking about Fletcher, who played Kai Wynn, scary, yes. Yeah.
Oh, thanks for just killing the moment there.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But if you mention Kira in the same breath, you have to mention Kai Wynn.
Yeah.
Kai Wynn, yeah.
Kira says it's one thing. So, Gorilla, are you arguing that the speed of light is greater than we think it is? No, I'm saying that it's not the fastest thing in the universe.
Right.
Exactly. Anything beyond one's own personal lifespan doesn't matter.
No.
I'll give you the video on Discord. I'm not on Discord anymore. So
I don't even do Discord anymore, Daniel. No.
Well, I kept getting into retarded arguments with some fucking liberals in Mr. S's Discord there. Then the 3 other Discords I was in, nobody says a damn thing. And then the other Discord I was in, and all they were doing was sending memes or pictures back and forth all day. And this is my phone all day long with just pictures. Ding, 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 ding.
Hey, Gorilla, is that the ringtone on your phone now?
Oh, fuck no. I just got rid of Discord. It was too much of a headache.
Well, it sounds like Discord was appropriately named from what you just said.
It is.
As in discordant?
It is.
Yeah, I don't have it either.
No. Had it, got rid of it immediately.
Well, I can communicate with everybody I've friended with on Facebook, and that's more than enough. And because 90% of the time on Facebook, there's no communication. Nobody's messaged me, and all it is political garbage. It's just like left, right, back and forth, hate. I just get so sick of it. I go on for like a minute to check out messages from friends, and then I'm out of there because, God, there's a lot of morons on Facebook, guys. A lot of morons.
So Daniel says arguments with retarded rebels. What we're saying, these are the type of people they have that nothing Trump can do is ever good. Biden was always the perfect president. Then when they started cheering on the assassination, they're cheered when Charlie Kirk was assassinated, and they're wishing that someone to assassinate Trump. I said, fuck it, I'm done. I'm not even going to associate with these people.
I mean, Daniel, if you don't know what liberal idiots have been saying for like years now, where I have a question, where have you been?
It's one thing to have political arguments over the healthcare debate, the abortion debate, taxes, and all that. But when you start cheering on the assassination of someone and you keep calling for the assassination of another person, there's no discourse with you.
Yeah, I'm surprised Daniel has no idea about what far left, extremist liberals have been saying about anybody that doesn't agree with them. Really, Daniel, you have to even ask that. You don't know what they've been saying
Well,
for
well,
years now.
PvP. There's a lot of people who
I'm
don't know
shocked.
what's going on because they don't pay attention. They're not in the political world like we are. They pay attention to pop culture and sports and stuff.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
pay
yeah,
attention to politics.
but I'm still working. I'm still working like 20 hours a week, and I don't have time to pay attention to everything. And I don't think Daniel does work right now. So he's got his entire week after week, every week, to pay
Yeah, but
attention. And
he pays attention to the pop culture
well,
instead.
yeah,
And I will say this: the term liberal has basically become useless from certain political side it has, because leftists or socialists or communists or whatever you say, especially here in the Western world, those parties were originally banned, so they could not use that term, leftism, socialism, communism, or all that. So they had to use the false label liberal under the guise that, oh no, we're liberal, we're left of center. Instead, things got more and more extreme. Then they basically just shown their true colors.
that's why I used the phrase extreme liberals. When I was a kid, we have a terrible liberal government now that's basically, well, we have a fascist dictatorship in Canada now because I just read today on YouTube, Carney has now he's blocking even members of his own liberal party. His own members in his party are no longer allowed to table anything in the House of Commons that they want to talk about. He's even censoring his own liberal, party members. He's even turned against people in his own party now, much less conservatives, NDP, Bloc Quebec, average citizen in Canada. He's turned against all of us, and he does not want to speak to anybody. He will not even talk to his own party now. And the people in his inner cabinet, it's been coming up for a couple of weeks that he's very nasty. He hollers at people. He will not listen to anybody in his cabinet have an opinion. He does not allow it. The guy has gone full dictator mode, and I've watched this for 14 months now, and bit by bit, I gotta say, it's not surprising one bit what we're facing now, and what we're facing, it's very scary. We're very scary where we're headed.
Yeah. Let's see. JP says there's settings for a reason. Yeah, but I'm not. Yeah, I wasn't. There's only one Discord I was doing, and that I was just getting into fights with them. So I said, "Fuck it," I just didn't want it.
No.
He says, "Oh, 20 hours a week. Hey, if a person can make stuff work with 20 hours a week. More power to them." Come on, PvP. We all know you've done. We know you have done your time in the workforce. You're 68. You should have been able to retire 3 years ago.
I got my pension 2 years ago. You think retiring means you can afford to live? Wow. Wait till you get into your 60s. You're going to learn a harsh lesson, my friend. Just because you're getting a pension, and I get a good pension, but I can't live on a pension. I still have to work part-time.
Hey, don't you guys have stuff like 401ks up there?
No. I get a pension that's around $1,200 a month. If you think paying rent, buying groceries, putting gas in your car you're going to get all of that for $1,200 in Canada now? Well, welcome to Fantasy Island, because that's where you're living.
Oh, I would say if you do the math, it's at least twice that, probably.
My rent is almost $1,000 a month now, Dan. and gas is. Last time I gassed up last weekend, it was $1.73 a liter. Times that by 4 for a gallon, so that's 7 something a gallon, and that is not bad because I've seen it higher. I saw it up over $8 a gallon about a month ago. So and groceries. Don't get me started on grocery prices because they have gone up so high in the last couple of years. Ever since the Liberals took over 11 years ago, inflation's been going up. We're in a recession. Over 100,000 jobs lost. Rich people are bailing. You know, Carney has 91% of his Brookfield investments based in the United States. Carney has 3% of his investments in Canada. So you tell me how much he cares about my country. Anyway, I was going to talk about liberalism in general, and when you talk about like what Gorilla was mentioning about Charlie, and how many times they've attempted it with President Trump? 3 times, 4 times? I've lost count.
6 times.
Well, I don't know. Gorilla would probably be the authority of a go-to.
6 times they've tried to take out Trump.
Is it 6, Gorilla?
6 times.
Gorilla. Oh, you're muted, buddy.
Hey, Gorilla, you're muted.
Gorilla, you may want to double check your connection on your side.
Yeah, you're
muted. I can't hear you, man.
Yeah, thanks, Tim.
No, Gorilla, we can't hear you anymore. At least on our end, we can't.
I can't hear him. Hey,
Yeah,
Gorilla,
no.
I can't hear you. Audio, Gorilla.
Gorilla, can you do? Are you good at miming, perhaps? Put on some white face and do a mime. Well, at least I can tell he's still.
How was that for miming? How was that for miming?
Oh, it was brilliant. Very brilliant.
All right, but
how many times? How many times, Gorilla?
we got. Do you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes, I can hear you now.
All right, so he's done being that fucking Verizon man. All right, but anyhow, Loyal did plummet to 72 here. I want to read these chats, and I got to wrap it up because I got to get to bed because I have to be up early.
Okay.
All right, Commodore Jim says, great birthday stream, Mikey.
I already thanked him. Yeah.
And hey, Scotty, how's it going?
Gorilla.
Wow.
And Scary says, I win the bet. Scotty.
Scotty.
All right, but thank you, everyone, for being here. Thank you, Old Man Bird, for those 2 super chats. That was very generous of you. You're a very generous man. But let's go around the panel. Mikey, what do you got going on?
Okay, well, I might be there tomorrow with PvP and Curtis to see the Kurosawa film, and I know Saturday and Sunday we'll be back to giving my 2 episodes per day in the afternoon hours of the Charlie's Angels series, and we're still working on season 1. And like I said, today my beautiful wife turned 60. And in 3 weeks from today, she's going to be having her first knee surgery we've been talking about. So on Tuesday, July 7th. So I hope everybody is going to say some prayers and send some support her way when she undergoes her surgery. So on the right knee. That's pretty much it, girl. Every weekend I do the Charlie's Angels reviews. So.
All right. Thank you. Sit there. What do you got going on?
Alright, as to your panel members and channel, and your chat members that know me or don't know me, I'm a sci-fi historian. On my channel, I cover different sci-fi TV shows and movies, and other lore ideas of characters and ships. I do my sci-fi watch parties usually on Wednesdays, 6 p.m. Pacific time. I'm doing those solo now since my close is unable to do them with me. And I do my live streams usually on this channel on Saturdays between 2 and 4 p.m. Pacific time. I try to upload a new video on this channel towards the end of the precinct or the beginning of next week. And I do have another channel called Ultimate Sorcerer Dan. That one I cover Jerry's anime and cartoons in general. And I do the watch parties there on Fridays 8 p.m. Pacific time, or maybe a little sooner depending on what time Gorilla does his Walton streams. And I try to upload a new video on that channel towards the end of the precinct on the beginning of next week. And beyond that, Arena Watchhour encourages us to make more content for you guys on Tour to PvP, to give it his own little promotion about what type of music and artists he does, but try to keep it short, PvP.
Well, let me see. Nothing much going on. I haven't uploaded anything in a while. But there's so many thousands of hours of music I probably don't need to. Just check out if you like 60s, 70s, and 80s. That's the main. There's probably a few 50s and 90s things too. So just go ahead, check it out. And I've been thinking about posting an album. Maybe I'll get around to it on the weekend, but no promises. So yeah, nothing much. I'll keep it short then.
All right. As for me, there will be no there's a 90% chance there's no Thursday stream here because there's something I wanted to go to on Thursday for Summerfest here. No Walton stream this week because it's family fun night in the park there for Summerfest. Then Sunday though we should have a live stream there. The next Tuesday we'll have a Silverbacks Lounge. I'm looking up what I wanted to go to here. Because Saturday we have the parade and car show.
Yeah. Are you gonna?
And I will be uploading the bunch of car videos.
Oh, you are? Okay, cool. Yeah, I'd love to see that, Gorilla.
Yeah. Oh, they have a ton of cool cars in there.
Oh, I love this. I love car parade shows like that.
One thing, Gorilla, I have a request. Do not put on a Speedo and hang out on the hood of one of the cars when it's driving down the street.
Too late. I already got 3 people booked.
Oh shit!
Let's see.
I must have been a comedian in a past life. I get that feeling over and over again.
They got bingo night for with the prizes being our town's memorabilia.
You don't win a car?
No, it'll be just our town's memorabilia.
You should win a car.
You like this one at the shed? They got bingo. They call it bingo. It's music bingo.
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, it's all crappy music though, right?
No, it'll be Gordy. It's gonna be a lot of the older stuff there.
Oh, okay. Well, it might be decent then.
They get scared me for putting all the stuff in. I'll be doing another live this Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern. Alrighty. Yeah, thank you. So with that, you guys all have a good night, and remember,